There is an ocean of everything you want: success, power, and the most satisfying relationships. It's all available and waiting for you. This is The Zone of Action with your host, Gerald Action Jackson.
Habits that turn ideas into wealth. Let me talk to you the way I would if we were sitting across from each other. No distractions. Just real conversation about winning at a high level. Everybody has ideas. Everybody. Some people have great ideas. Some people have life-changing ideas. But ideas alone do not build wealth. Ideas don't pay bills. Ideas don't create legacy. Ideas don't change your last name. Habits do. The difference between people who talk about what they're going to do and the people who actually do it comes down to what they consistently practice every single day. Wealth is not built in a moment. It's built in a mindset, reinforced by discipline, and executed through habits. Let's walk through the habits that take an idea out of your head and turn it into something real, something profitable, something that changes your life and the lives of people around you. First, write it down. Every $1 million idea starts on paper, not in your head, not in a conversation, not in a passing thought while you're driving. It becomes real the moment you write it down. There is something powerful about putting pen to paper. When you write something down, you give it structure, you give it clarity, you give it direction, you take it from imagination to intention. Think about this. How many times have you had a great idea, felt excited about it, talked about it for a day or two, and then it disappeared? It faded because it was never captured. It was never anchored. Writing is the first act of commitment. When you write it down, you're saying, this matters. This is worth revisiting. This is worth building. And don't just write down the idea. Expand it. Break it apart. Ask questions about it. Who is it for? How does it make money? What problem does it solve? What would it look like if it was fully developed? Your notebook, your notes app, your journal, that becomes your idea bank. And over time, you'll start to see patterns. You'll start to refine your thinking. You'll start to identify which ideas have legs and which ones need more development. The people who build wealth don't trust their memory. They trust their system. Write it down. Second, move with intention. Being busy is not the same as being productive. Let me say that again, because this one right here will save you years. Being busy is not the same as being productive. A lot of people stay active just to feel like they're making progress. Meetings, emails, calls, scrolling, reacting, moving from one thing to another. At the end of the day, they're exhausted, but nothing meaningful has moved forward. That is not progress. That is motion without direction. Intentional movement means every action is tied to the vision. If your goal is to launch a business, then your action should align with that. Researching your market, building your offer, connecting with potential customers, creating content that positions you as the solution. Every step push the vision forward. Before you start your day, ask yourself one simple question. What are the 3 things I can do today that will move me closer to where I want to be? Not 20 things, not 10 things, 3. Then execute those 3 with focus. When you start operating like that, you'll notice something. You'll get more done in less time. You'll feel more in control. You'll start seeing results because your energy is no longer scattered. Wealth requires precision. It requires focus. It requires intention. Move like your time matters, because it does. Third, protect your time. Your time is your most valuable asset, not your money, not your connections, not your resources, your time. Because time is the one thing you can never get back. Every yes you give is a no to something else. Every commitment you make takes a piece of your time, your energy, your attention. And if you're not careful, you'll wake up one day and realize you've spent your time building everyone else's vision instead of your own. Protect your time like you protect your bank account. You wouldn't let people randomly withdraw money from your account. You wouldn't say yes to every expense without thinking about the return. You evaluate. You decide. You prioritize. Your time deserves the same respect. Start looking at your schedule and asking, is this moving me forward or is this just filling space? If it's not aligned with your goals, it's costing you. This doesn't mean you don't help people. It doesn't mean you don't show up for family or friends. It means you become intentional about where your time goes. Successful people understand this. They are selective. They are focused. They are disciplined with their calendar, because they know their future is being built in how they spend their present. Guard your time. Fourth, bet on execution, not excuses. Everybody has ideas. Everybody has plans. Everybody has reasons why they haven't started yet. The difference between dreamers and doers is simple. Doers execute. Execution is where everything separates. It's where potential meets reality. It's where you find out if you're serious or if you're just comfortable talking about success. And let's be honest. Execution is not always pretty. It's not always convenient. It's not always fun. There are days you won't feel like it. There are moments when things won't go your way. There will be obstacles, setbacks, delays. That's part of the process. The question is not, will it be easy? The question is, will you show up anyway? Excuses are easy. They sound good. They feel justified. But they don't produce results. Execution does. The people who win are not always the smartest. They are not always the most talented. They are the most consistent. They show up when it's uncomfortable. They take action when they don't have all the answers. They learn as they go. They build momentum. And momentum is powerful. Once you get moving, things start to align. Opportunities appear. Connections happen. Confidence grows. But it all starts with taking that first step, and then the next, and then the next. Bet on execution. Fifth, stay humble. Stay hungry. Success can be dangerous if you're not careful. Not because of what it gives you, but because of what it can take from you if you let it. It can take your edge. It can take your hunger. It can make you comfortable. And comfort is where growth goes to die. The people who continue to win, who continue to grow, who continue to build, they maintain a certain mindset. They stay humble. They understand there's always more to learn. They listen. They observe. They remain open. And they stay hungry. No matter what they've accomplished, they operate like they're still proving themselves. Like there's another level to reach. Like there's more impact to make. That mindset keeps you sharp. It keeps you disciplined. It keeps you focused on improvement instead of validation. You don't rest on what you've done. You build on it. You don't get satisfied. You get better. Wealth is not just about reaching a level. It's about sustaining and expanding it. And that requires humility and hunger. Big dreams require daily discipline. Let's bring this all together. Big dreams sound good. They feel exciting. They give you something to look forward to. But without daily discipline, they stay dreams. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. It's showing up consistently. It's following through. It's staying focused even when distractions are everywhere. It's not glamorous. It's not always exciting, but It's necessary. You don't build wealth in one big move. You build it in small, consistent actions over time, day by day, step by step. And over time, those actions compound. They build momentum. They create results. Then one day, people look at you and say, you got lucky. But you know the truth. It was discipline. It was consistency. It was habits. Bonus, get in the room. Let me give you something that can change everything for you. Get in the room with people who are already operating at the level you want to reach. There's something powerful about proximity. And when you're around people who think bigger, move differently, and operate at a higher level, it expands your perspective. You start to see what's possible. You start to hear different conversations about investments, opportunities, strategies, and partnerships. You start to feel a different energy. Success leaves clues. And a lot of those clues are in the room. It might be a yacht club. It might be a golf course. It might be a charity event. It might be a mastermind group. The location doesn't matter as much as the people in it. Put yourself in those environments. Listen more than you talk. Observe how they think. Pay attention to how they move. You don't have to be the richest person in the room. You just have to be in the room. Because exposure changes mindset, and mindset drives action, and action creates results. Final thoughts, ideas are powerful, but they are only the beginning. If you want to turn your ideas into wealth, you have to build the habits that support that outcome. Write it down. Move with intention. Protect your time. Execute consistently. Stay humble and hungry. Practice daily discipline and get in the room. This is not about doing everything perfectly. It's about doing the right things consistently. It's about making a decision that you are going to take your ideas seriously, that you are going to invest in yourself, that you are going to show up even when it's not easy. Because at the end of the day, your future is not determined by what you think about. It's determined by what you do. So take the idea, write it down, build the plan, take the step, and keep going. Let the results speak. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter, JeroldJax. On Facebook, Gerald Action Jackson and Zone of Action. Check out the website, GeraldJackson.com. Happiness starts with you. Not with your relationship, not with your job, not with your money, but with you in the zone of action.